So it's a white horse, and it says, just a girl who loves horses, all right? And it's got butterflies and daffodils, all right? So think about that, butterflies and daffodils. So what I'm going to do with this one is, as I told you last week, I was just waiting on a couple things to come in, and this was a planned one I'm doing. Judy, I'm sorry I didn't get back with you. I have been very, very tired. And honestly, I wouldn't, you're asking how many to cut, I wasn't even thinking of it. And my phone is not with me all the time. I am actually not feeling well at all. But we're cutting 30 pieces, just like I did on my last one. It's 30 pieces of the ombre. The ombre has to be 30 inches long or it's hard to see the colors. If it's any thinner, then it's too thin, and it's more like a ruffle. So 30 inches. "30 inches, 24 pieces. 24 pieces. It goes hand in hand. It's always the same amount I cut. There we go. Gosh, I can't even remember. One of my doctors just called too, and I can't remember a thing. I don't remember anything. There we go. Chris did tell him, my wife's memory's shot. He's like, I'm so sorry. We're working as fast as we can to get her referral fixed so that they can go ahead and figure out what to do. So remember I got a referral? Well, they gave me a referral. My old doctor, I no longer have her, thank God. She wasn't very nice. She put it in as adrenal tumor. And Mayo's been working off it as adrenal, and there's only so much they can do. They can treat me with medicine and all that, but they can't remove the tumor in the adrenal because the referral was written for, they can't remove the tumor out of the pituitary because the referral is written for the adrenal. So she needed a brand new referral. So they got it in. He called today and said, it's in. I said, I know. He said, all right. He goes, we're working as fast as we can to get all this fixed for you, Miss Carmen, so you can get better. I said, thank you. He goes, we've never seen anyone with so much wrong with them. You're so young. I said, I'm fine. I said, they haven't seen anyone with this disease to be so thin. I get that all the time. Okay, so we're going to take this. I'm using twisty ties. As you all know, you're going to need 24. And we always do it. First two, just like I showed you our last one when we did the St. Patty's. Crossbar on one. Twist. Crossbar on two. Crisscross. Twist. You know the baby cried when he hurt his finger, and after that, he doesn't show any signs of pain with it. Craziness. But the x-ray people did call and they said he did not break it. So I was like, okay, thank God. Because we told Michael, you better get that checked just to make sure. Yeah, the hospital said, we can't do an x-ray. But you can take him. We'll write it up and you go take him to get his x-ray done. This is the emergency room. You do x-rays all the time. But like Chris said, it's also a COVID hospital. It's the only hospital we have. So, okay. Twist. Up. There you go. Alright, let me move this up so you can see better. There we go. So as you see, there's 24 ties you need. Dale, I got the Jesus ones done on the oval. I can't do it. Listen, guys, I have a limited oval. So I have one more design I might put on an oval. And that's about it. I can do a bunch of round ones. And I did do a round one for you, too. A round with no, like, 4th of July on it. But it doesn't say how. Alrighty, there we go. And I have 2 left out of the pack. I'm dehydrated, so I was told to keep drinking fluid. Alrighty. Started. So you all know it's kind of like a Joy ruffle, but not really. Joy ruffles are 12 inches she cuts hers, and then she folds it. She literally folds it in like this and then ruffles it up on one side. That's a Joy ruffle. Right? I'm going to hold the edge up. Just take it. You don't need a lot. Little fold. Okay. And as we ruffle them, we're going to go ahead and put them on. So I'm going to do bar 1. I think I'm going to do bar 1 first. You sure that's 24 pieces, Carmen? That sure looks like a lot more than 24. Sure does. Where's your brain at? Nope. 6, 6, 12, 6, 18, and 24. Yeah, it is 24. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's 24. There we go. So bar 1, everyone, is where we're putting everything right now. So we're going around it. One section at a time. remember, as we lap this over, each part of the ruffle is going to fill this up. It's going to give it a totally different look. Just like with our St. Patty's Day. And sorry, I have another request for another St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to see if I can find something different to bake it. And then for some reason, I found some St. Patrick's Day hats that I used last year. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm making another St. Patrick's Day. And we'll be doing a couple more bunnies because everybody's going wild into this Easter stuff. It's like, I like He Is Risen better. But we'll do something cute. Already did one. It's just not in season yet. So they don't start buying that stuff until the beginning of March. End of February, beginning of March. I'll do a traditional Easter sign is what I'll do. We'll do a little Easter bunny and eggs. Do something. I'll go figure it out and put Happy Easter on it. There we go. And I will see what I can do with the Jesus sign. Maybe I could fit that on a small round. If it's perfect on the oval, I think the small round with Jesus, and it says He is risen, and like a drawing of Jesus, I think it will you won't be able to see it. I think it's going to be too small. I think the oval is perfect. The 7 by 12 is perfect for the Jesus one. I think it's perfect. Yeah. Under ruffle. Almost there. So that is 6 pieces. First bar. Okay. All right, now we're going to go to our second bar, which is right here. I'm going to go ahead and pull them back so they see them. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Makes it easier if you push them back so you see where you're going to be next. So pretty. Yeah, I love this mesh is going to pull. It is going to definitely pull. So I'm using this on the horse. I think it's going to be cool looking. Hi, Dale. Oh. we're going to pray for your grandbaby that's coming. Yeah, her granddaughter's due on St. Patty's Day. They're going to induce her early, I guess. My granddaughter is St. Patrick's Day. I believe it's Marceline. Is it Marceline or Persephone? One of them is St. Patrick's Day. What is laughing? Trying to read what y'all are talking about. Yep. What is the laughing? I think she's talking to you, Dale. There's a name that they call their 4th of July. It's a different name. It's not 4th of July. It is 4th of July, but it's a different name in Connecticut. I don't remember it, but Dale's going to text it to me. She can tell you. Because their 4th of July is the 1st of July. And it's called something different, almost like what you just said. I forget what it is. Dale will let me know what it means. Mom, if you're watching, Dale's from Ontario, Canada. I told her how we used to go over, because we are from Niagara Falls, right across from Canada. When I was little, me and my cousins used to walk over the bridge and go to the fun house over there. That was a treat for us. And they had the biggest carousel in the world there. Like the biggest one. Like they had roller coasters. The biggest roller coaster at the time in the world was in Canada. It was...
Get mine, you meant that.
Yeah, I did mean this. It was pretty awesome because they also had an arcade center. So when my cousins were going, I was so happy because, you know, they were much older than me because we can't go by ourselves. And it's cheap. It was cheap when we were little, but we would go over there to Canada, walk over the bridge. That's how close we were, because you can walk up and we can look over to Canada and see their beautiful water. So, but the best pictures of the falls is if you go on the Canadian side and look over towards our side. Those are the better pictures, but I love Canada. We loved Canada. Yeah, awesome arcade. They had, I'm telling you, they had the biggest Ferris wheel. The biggest Ferris wheel in the world was there. They had a fun house there. They had all kinds of stuff. It was like a dream for us kids. So every time we went to go see my grandma, if my cousins were going, we can go too. I loved it. It was the funnest part of living there in the world. It was being able to go to Canada to the fun house. Really was. It was a treat. We loved it. And we didn't, now from what I hear, you have to have a birth certificate and a passport to even get into Canada. We didn't need any of that when I was little. I didn't need anything. If you were under 18, you didn't even need to have an ID. I went with my cousins. We went right over. Yeah. And then as we got older, then it was, you had to show, you know, your ID and a birth certificate proving, you know, we're from here. Yep. And now you have to have a passport to go to Canada. Sure do. Yes, we went to the, yes, we went to the Wax Museum too. I love Canada. Like I said, my mom is from Niagara Falls, just like I am. So when she was younger, I bet she was able to do more than we could when we were younger. Because it's amazing. The coolest fun house you could have. Arcade center. They had everything and anything. It was a child's dream. It really was. And yes, the wax house. And the water is beautiful. So, yeah, we used to go. People would come over to Niagara Falls, and then they would try to take pictures. And I was like, you do know you have to go to Canada if you want to see. I'm telling you, there's one view from here over there. Go to Canada and look over here and take pictures. And at night, talk about beautiful. They turned the lights on and the falls lit up. Sure did. There's lights in the falls. It's beautiful. My favorite place. Yep. For a nickel. A nickel. Yeah, it wasn't. Mom, I don't even remember how much it cost when we went. I have no idea because I was a kid. It was not a lot. I used to let us go. I went with Peppy and Bleenie, our cousins. We all went together. Tony, all the cousins would get together and we would all walk over the bridge. I think it was $1 when I was little. I don't remember. And the food was so good. Talk about like, everyone says, oh, we love KFC. I was like, you have no idea what fried chicken wings taste like unless you go over to Canada or Niagara Falls because they got you beat. Nobody can make anything like theirs. The pizza, the chicken wings, oh, just so yummy. Yum, 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 yum. The bread, the bread was so yummy. Yep. Those were the best times. They truly were. They were my favorite, me and my cousins. We loved Canada. But like I said, now you have to have a passport to go over there. Yep. Which one day I'm going to get a passport and it's going to have Canada on it. Because I want to go to Canada. It is very beautiful there. Very beautiful. You will go to jail if you litter. Some cops just turn their heads here. Yeah, do it there. You're going to find yourself. They see you, you're going to find yourself behind bars. No questions asked. They don't play. Their land is beautiful. There's no littering. They take pride. It's very, very, very beautiful. So, I love Canada. I do love Canada. It's beautiful. I don't like the snow. Don't like the snow, but I like Canada. There it is. The falls are beautiful any time of the year. But I like looking at the falls when it's just getting dark because they light the falls up. And the falls is all different colors. Just like the lights I put underneath the tree. They light the falls up. It's so beautiful. So, so beautiful. So I like to go when it's around dusk time. I think that's the prettiest time. Of course, you want to go where you're going to spend the whole day. So you go take pictures when it's daylight and then take pictures when it's nighttime. And now, it used to be called the Rainbow Mall. And they had a botanical garden there that was in Niagara Falls. Now it's a casino. It used to be the Rainbow Mall, and it had a botanical garden. We used to go over there just to go in the garden. It was just like something you would dream of. It was so soothing and beautiful and relaxing. I don't know if anybody's been to a botanical garden. It's nothing but plants and trees and water, and it's peaceful and beautiful. It's like you're at peace with God. Well, they bought them out and turned it into a casino. That was my favorite place to go to as well. It was called the Rainbow Mall. Now it's a casino. Well, you should send me some pictures of the falls, Mom, because that is one thing that I do want to make. Because I was looking at the ones I have from 10 years ago, 10 or 15 years ago. Yeah, they weren't very good. Because I want to put some up of the falls. I was like, oh, these aren't very good. But yes, Miss Dale, we're from Niagara Falls. We love, like I said, I love Canada. I love their food. I love the fun house was fun. And I got upset when I found out they closed Niagara Falls, not Canada, closed the botanical garden. Because it was just the most beautiful thing in the world. I don't understand why somebody would shut that down. It was so great. So beautiful. You can get married back in the day when the botanical garden was open. You can get married. And there's these stones. And they're in water. And there's one for the bride, one for the groom, one for the pastor. And then you have the stones, like a walkway for the stones. And then you have the stone where you can sit down. The company can sit around you. And it's flowing water around the rocks. And people get married there all the time. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm like, wow, they lost a lot of money because I wish they would have focused on putting that as a place to get married because that was so pretty. Yeah, send them to me, Mom, and I'll make pictures of Niagara Falls. I think that'll be great. Because that's on my list to make, is something with Niagara Falls on it. That's one of my favorite places, not to live. Niagara Falls is not good to live in some areas. Well, it's not all of Niagara. It's only some of Niagara. But it's, you know, the majority of Niagara went bankrupt. And it's not the same anymore. I wish. Really wish, because it's beautiful. Very beautiful place. There you go. This is really pretty. So even though we're using the white horse on this, you're going to see all these colors like pop. So it's going to pull the little yellow that's in her on the sign and give this a little bit of color because the mesh has color in it. We're going to focus our ribbon more on the yellow and the orange to pull from the sign. So as we add things, this is just going to be something to pull the color out. You'll see, probably thinking, why is she putting a white horse on that? Nope. I have an idea. I honestly didn't know if I was going to cut it and went over my head, 30, then I changed my mind. No, I'll do 15 by 15. Then I changed my mind again. No, 30. Judy's like, what are you cutting it at? And how many? I didn't know. Honestly, I was about to change my mind, and I don't want you to ruin something if I wasn't going to do it. I honestly don't know until I make something. I honestly don't. Here we go. All right. And we got 6 more after this for the 4th one. We're going to put our horse sign on first. We're going to go over our ribbon, and I have daffodils. So we're going to add daffodils on this. Which is going to be beautiful. All right, so far. See how pretty that is? It's gorgeous. Oh, now we're going to go on to bar 4. Chris came in and got me a thermostat coffee. Yay. Keeps it nice and warm. There you go. Yeah, they even have where you can go on your raincoats and they take you under the falls. You go under the falls with your raincoats because you'll get wet. And then they have a place where you can take your picture and you sit in the barrel. They take a picture of you. I think I have one of those pictures when I was little. I don't remember. I don't remember. Is it me or was it Michael when he was little? I don't remember. It's been so long. There we go. It's been a long time. There we go. So yeah, my weakness if we go to New York will be pizza, chicken wings. That's my weakness. Yeah, expect me to gain a good 10 pounds on yummies. The pizza is so good and the chicken's so good. The bread is so yummy. The bread is so much better in the north than here. Yep. I remember my grandfather used to give me money to walk down to the bakery and pick up a loaf of bread. I also remember when we were little, we lived near a sub shop or something, and Tops, the grocery store, was on the side of us. I remember that too. But I remember smelling. That's a different house. Yeah, no. The sub shop was next to our house, and Tops was like, you go out the alley, to the side was a parking lot and a big Tops grocery store. But I remember smelling the subs from next door. He would make subs and bread, and it would smell so yummy. I was like, oh my goodness, this smells so yummy. It smells like fresh bread. It smells so good. Did. I told my mom that when I do finally get to go see her, I want to go to a Greek restaurant. I love Greek salads, are my favorite. So she's like, well, I have a good Greek place that we found here. I was like, I'm in. I love Greek salads. I love Greek salads. They're yummy. But, you know, not everybody likes olives or chunks of cheese like I do, but I love Greek food. My favorite. So get me a Greek salad and I'll be in heaven. I'll die with a big fat belly full of Greek salad. Yummy. I love Greek food. They're salads. That's my favorite. And then the Italian, what's it called? Prosciutto. That's with the little pieces of bread, and then you put the tomato, little cut up tomato sauce stuff on your bread. Ugh, to die for. That's so yummy. We don't have that goodness here. I'm serious. I feel deprived. We don't have any of that here. There we go. Alright, this is my last one. I was like, okay, make sure it's your last one. It's right here. Yeah, we don't have any of it here. Or they take the Italian little pieces of bread and you dip it into the olive oil. And I know it sounds yucky, but it is good. It's so good. The prosciutto. I think I'm saying it right. It's so yummy, and you put it on bread. It is not considered a meal. It's considered an appetizer. Give that to me. I'll eat it as a meal. I will. I'll eat the whole thing, and I'll be full. That'll be my meal, and it's my favorite. That'll also be me in the hospital because tomatoes put sugar on. Yeah. So, I pretty much know how much I can eat with my medicine now. Alright, so this is this. What I am going to do now is, because we're not using ribbon like the typical one, we're going to go ahead and take these, pull them under and wrap them. All right, because we're not doing ribbon. So make this nice and tight. You can cut these in half if you want, or you can secure them so they never fall off, and I cover the backs anyways. Put them around and around, all right? Backs are always covered. Just go one at a time. And you can just tuck them in if you don't want to do this. It'll stay on. Just make sure they're nice and tight, because you can tighten them and then just smush them like a little ball inside of it. Alright? So we'll get to one of those where I'll show you what else you can do. So take this. There's the other. I know I felt you. There we go. I like to make sure at least this part is done, the first row. Not hard. If you feel comfortable enough to cut your ties in half and do it, then go for it. I tend to, every time I cut them in half, I don't have enough. And then when I do ribbons, it's fine because I'm going to retwist it for the ribbons to fit. But honestly, I'd rather just have them where I can do what I have to do and not worry about it. There we go. I need to cut that. And you want to kind of get these up there so they don't stick inside your mesh, okay? We're going to take the heated tool in just a second. Just want to get this all see that? Good thing I did that. There we go. Makes it tighter. It's going to keep it from falling off. So you see for the fourth one, you can see right from the back. You can see it. Okay. There's this one. So you can twist these and just push them in. Totally up to you. Like I'm saying, I'd rather just take them underneath, both of them, and just put them around the bar and secure it. That's just me, and I'm not going to do every one of them because I don't see every one of them. But as I go through it, because we got the first and the fourth one done already, I think we'll be good. There we go. Yeah, I say that, and then we get to this one. Kind of secure it in. Backs are covered always. Beautiful. I see. So basically, it's let me see all of them, so I might as well just get it done. This is the hard part of it. Once this is done, we're good to go. Where else? There we go. Oh, right there. And honestly, if you cut these in half, you need something to tie it down. If they come loose, you're going to have nothing if you cut it in half. So I'd rather it be bigger than too small. You have nothing to hold it on to. Right? Here we go again. I think we're done with that side. Every time I say, I think I'm done, I see another one. This one. There we go. I love zip ties much better than I do these for some reason. But zip ties, everybody, with this particular mesh, is going to make your mesh fray. That is why we're not using zip ties. If anything sticks to this, it pulls on it, okay? Because it's more of a netting type mesh, so it can fray very easy. And as you can see, it's perfect. But if I were to use zip ties on this, it would fray and be horrible. It would be ruined. Every time you put the zip tie in, it would pull against this because it's like net. It's net mesh. It's not regular mesh. It's like netting, and it frays easy. Now, as long as I don't use the zip ties, I've been fine. I tried using zip ties on some leftover. Yeah, right. I had nothing but a hairball, a cat's hairball of mesh. The zip ties tear it up. The mesh is not that strong. Alright. Definitely don't want to use zip ties on this. So that's why we're using the stems on it. Always a reason. There we go. And I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. Easily done. Thank God I was just playing with it. It's like, okay, what if I go ahead and use zip ties? Yeah, it's my normal thing. Used them, and I had a hairball in my hand. It's like, yep, we can't use zip ties. I only need ties on this type of mesh. So, it's a netting. That's why it's a net type mesh. It's not a normal mesh. Alright, there you go. It's just under. We are done. Finally! Alright, let's get our horse on. Our horse is going to go in the center. And we still have plenty of room at the bottom to put her bow. Let's show this. Alright. There is no fray on this. This is beautiful. 24 pieces. Cut it 30 inches long. Right? It is thinner mesh than our normal mesh, but it is very beautiful. Ombre usually is thinner, so you know. Alright, 24 pieces. That's one piece per section. 30 inches long. Alright, this is my horse side. I'm just a girl who loves horses. And we're going to put her about right here. Remember, she's rectangle instead of 8 by 10 long. She's 10. Yes, instead of 8 by 10 like this, she's like this. Alright, 10 inches, 8 inches. Alright, so you can do rectangle or you can do up and down like an 8 by 10 picture. I did the rectangle, which means this gives me more room to work on my bow down here. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. Oh, my back, my back, my back. Grab my stuff. So depending on how you want to put this on, these signs are not normal signs. They're not going to bend or break, and they're not too thin. Not too thin and not too thick. The first signs I ever used when I first started were more like plaques. Those are too thick. This is perfect. All right. This is 0.30. The other ones were 0.45. This is perfect. Perfect to go on your wreath. Now, because it doesn't bend like that, and you're going to see how easy it is to put holes in it, we're going to do probably one on each side of our horse and tie it down without each corner being done. All right? So we're going to do one here. See how easy that was? Nice and easy, itty bitty hole. Look at you so you see better. Alright, here's our hole here. Now we're going to put our hole on the other side. Right here. Nice and easy. See that? Beautiful. It's just right. It's just so silly. Alright, we'll go right here. So 2 holes, everyone. 2 holes. Let's cut it out. Got 1. Do you know, I woke up at 2 and I'm still tired. So I said, I cannot believe you're taking my blood. You just took 12. She goes, another doctor took your blood for the panel. I need my own. I said, all right. So you're going to have to wait at least a week or more so my body can regenerate the iron because I'm anemic. And every time you guys take blood, I get sick. I said, and 12 vials is a lot. There we go. Get over here. Okay. So we're putting our bow here. I'm going to put our horse up a little bit, right here. Yes. So I'm going to move this. Let's move our mesh up a little bit. See where we go. So I want to make sure that it's not going to be more on one side and not on the other. colors, people. Alright. So that's the first bar. Here. You are going to give me a hard time. Because this mesh is sticky. Beautiful, but sticky. So sticky. One. Before I tie it, I need to make sure that it's even, so I'm just pulling it through right now. Yay or nay? Yay, yay, yay. There we go. Remember, please remember to cover your bags. Always cover these bags. Always. I have a mat I put them on, and we'll go over that. Not one wreath leaves this house without the back covered. All of them are always covered. I believe the only one that wasn't covered was the manger one that Billy Joe won. Because of the lights. They weren't battery operated. They weren't remote control. Alright. Alrighty. Okay, so I have some daffodils. And the lettering inside the horse sign is daffodils. And I have some butterflies. I'm going to kick my own butt for standing up so much. Okay. So I must have used some of these last year. Because I'm missing like 3. So knowing me, I used them. And I must have just popped them. And I did. I just popped them right off. The daffodil heads is all I need. Yep. That would be me. Can I get this over? No, frickin'. Thank you. Alright, so I don't need any of this. I'm going to put butterflies right here. They're from Craft Outlet, the butterflies. Alright, last sticker. And they're from last year, so I don't. A daffodil here. Miss Beth, if you're watching from your hospital bed, we love you. Don't you try on me on there. A bunch of glue to get up off of that. And then this one over. Time to dump you. Come How much glue has it? I've been using a lot of glue. Hold on. I did order more, so. Alright, so this got inside my glue. Let it dry, it'll be fine. Remember, do not peel it while it's wet. It'll peel your picture right off. You wait till it dries and you rub it and it comes right off. You have a UV protectant on this. There we go. No scratches, no nothing. I love it. If it was hotter than like a regular skillet, you wouldn't be able to do that. Mine's not that hot. When you get the heat on mine's a wax warmer that you use in a salon. Right? It's not a real skillet glue. It's actually a wax warmer that you use in a salon to wax your eyes and your legs. It's not that. And you have temperature control. And you want it to be as thick as honey, not runny. Thick as honey is the perfect place. If it's runny, like water, it's not going to stick right. Alright, so thick like honey. Like honey. And then when it falls on something, you don't have to worry about it ruining. If it's any hotter than that is, then it's going to ruin your sign if you get glue on it. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3. I want to save one maybe for the bow. Let's go ahead and add. These are plastic. These are plastic, so you don't have to worry about them getting hurt either. They're from Craft Outlet. They're plastic. They're not paper. They're actual plastic. They're for your yard. They're literally all plastic. Alright. I do want, however, I want these. So I'm going to kind of cut these off and put it in. And cut my other ones. I may not use them all, but I want this. The floral. Because I already know I'm using those. And I have the regular yellow butterflies too. There we go. So let's take the yellows. This over here. I was asleep when all this came in. He's like, you got a couple boxes at the front. I was like, I do? When did they get here? While you were asleep? What are they? He goes, I don't know. And I said, well, can you at least open them? Yeah, I can do that. He's like, oh, it's Craft Outlet. What a perfect day for them to come. I'm going on tonight and I needed it. Perfect timing. And so I'm doing my horse tonight. He's like, oh, okay. I think that's perfect. These are bendable. You can bend them over and take the smaller ones. All I want is just these little flowers. Take it. Okay. Good. We can cut these off. Alright, so I'm going to take some over here. Cut this. This one. Okay, so I have a couple more, like I can put here and here, which doing a bow, I'll just put maybe one here, just frame it out nice. Remember, you don't have to hide any holes because we only put one on each side. Last time I showed the one on each side, they all showed it. Notice I'm on YouTube less and less and less now. Yeah, I need to go on there on Sunday though. I do. It's just getting to be too much. Yeah. There we go. Alrighty, let's get our butterflies on, and then we're going to make our, and these are plastic, we're going to make our bow. So I'm going to take my butterfly right here, and I have little butterflies too, so this is monarch. One, two, from Craft Outlet. They're literally plastic. They're not paper. They're all plastic, so it can go outside. There you go. We hold it. Alright, so I have some light yellow, my mesh butterflies that we used last year. Add some of those. You don't want to use too many of these because they're big, of course, but I do want to add a couple here and there of the little ones. So, these came from Factory Direct Crafts, Paper Mart sister company. And these are light. These are beautiful. I'm going to add a couple, not a lot. It has different butterflies, which is going to make it even prettier. Don't like my leaf there though. Try and tuck that under the flower. Easy fix. I'll tuck it under. Then I'll stick a butterfly on that side. Hold on. So no one will think it's stuck there on accident. I actually put it on purpose. There we go. So you see the butterfly without, because I don't want that covering this. Gotta see the words. Here we go. Beautiful. I'm getting a lot of 4th of July requests and patriotic. I have some round ones that says love and the flag, American flag too. Oh, I think, tell me the colors yours is for you. Dale, I don't know what colors you use for your 4th of July, even though it's not 4th of July. Let me know, because I can use all the color, like, I have all the, you see what I have in the firecrackers, but I can use a regular red truck and put your saying on it, so just let me know, okay? And I think I might have your flag, too. I'll have to look. I think I have the Canadian flag. It has the red star or something in it, red and white. Yeah, it has a red, like, star in your flag, right? It's red and white? Okay. That's what I can do. You know what I'll do? The gnomes all are red, white, and blue, but let me see if I can figure something out and make you something for yours. Red and white. I have red and white gnomes, but they may work for you, though. Let me see what I can find. I'll even look up Canada and see what I can find for you. Because I think I have your flag. It has that red symbol on it. Yep. It's a maple leaf. Yes, I have your flag. It's white with the red maple leaf in the center. I have that flag. So let me see what I can do. Just give me a couple days. I haven't been feeling good. Let me see what I can come up with for you. All right? And I will work on that. Because I have a lot of followers from Canada. And it would make them happy too. So I'm going to put one here. And one on the other side. Well, there is one on the other side on there. So I think that's good. All right, we're going to go ahead and make our bow. And yes, I have your flag. I just have to find it. Because I have all the flags of the whole world. I have every one of them. But yes, I'll go look up for you. and see what I can come up with. Alright, so we're doing a bow. So this is what it looks like without a bow yet. Beautiful, right? Very pretty. You can use ivory and mix it with ivory and yellow and get this, and it would be beautiful. Just make sure that you put your yellow in it because you need some color to pull your horse out. And you can do any colors in it because if you look right here into his fur, there's a little bit of pink in there if you look real close, and on the horse's nose. So it actually pulls it all together. It's beautiful. Let's go ahead and make our bow. And Dale, I will look up. I'm going to find your flag first because it's in my computer. I saw it. Like I said, I bought all the flags. I have them all. Alright, so the colors that I chose, and I don't know if I want now, is I have tan as a neutral. I have daffodil yellow with different color butterflies in it, which it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Something to just put in it. It just does not feel, oh it is. It's like if this is not wired, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. That yellow. I have the pumpkin orange that'll pull out from the butterfly. Alright. Yeah, so we don't want to, I have one decorative ribbon, and I don't want to put it on top. Just enough to see it, and something pretty, but it's got too much colors in it, and that's all I could find. I was looking, but they don't sell much. It's like, I have the horse ribbon, but the horse ribbon is a brown horse. It does me no good with a brown horse. It really does me no good. So we're going to use this one first. Alright. It's at the bottom, so we want to do remember, fold it and 9, 10, 11. So 22 inches long. I know I have your flag. I have a couple things. I need to go in there and actually go through my system and downloads because I remember them all. I have their flag. And it's red and white. So I have white and red firecrackers, which I know you do blue too, but we're going to try and do all red and white. But at night with the blue so you can see the firecrackers. So I got to try. And I have a truck. Just a red truck. Look, I'll have to go through my gnomes and look and see what I can find. But I think I might be able to make you something. So, and you said Father's Day. I have something for Father's Day, too. And Mother's Day, I'm working on. So, give me a couple days, Dale. Don't put in your order yet, honey, because you're going to, I'm telling you, as soon as you put your order in, I'll be done with those, and you're going to get upset, and it's not my fault. I've been tired, and I've been working on things little by little. But I have stuff I'm working on, so just hold on a couple more days, and I will text you when I'm done. Give me a few days to work on Canada's, and how do you say it's not 4th of July, it's a different, anyways, text me the name that you use, Happy, and I can put that on there too. And actually, I could probably look it up when I go on the internet. When I go and look things up, a lot of times it'll pull up and tell me your holidays and stuff. Alright, here we go. We're just doing one bundle of legs. That's it. Nothing, not a lot. Like I said, I'm not feeling that great today. One. We're doing 4 ribbon bow. Here we go. 1. This is one of Craft Outlet's newer ribbons. Daffodil yellow. Has bumblebees and butterflies all in one, and a daffodil yellow background. So it's actually really pretty. And it's wired. Let me move it up just a little bit. Alright, we're going to go pull down. Sure you don't ever want to go over 5. Alright, not unless you're going to make a humongous bow that you're going to put on the side of your wreath. The bottom of it doesn't have to be that big. Alright? You don't want to overtake from your sewing either. So twist that. Twist up. I think we're going to do this. Make sure your forefinger's always right here on the other side until you twist. Alright, otherwise you can lose your bow. There you go. Let me kind of get this down a little more. Because I'm down here. Oh, nope. I'll lose you. So it's got to go right here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2, 3, 3. And 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. See. Bottom up. Okay. There we go. So there's 4 on each side. Miss Ginger, you trying to get over here? You're knocking all my stuff under my table down. You have your pillow over there, baby. I'm so sorry. I love you too. The baby's thumb. You would be cringing, yet he shows no pain, except for when it first happened, he had a lot of pain. Then after that, I'm a big boy. Leave me alone. Don't touch. That's the baby. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. I'm a big boy. Okay. Means he's hurting. He does not want you to touch his finger. He's hurting. They said give him ibuprofen or Tylenol. I was like, alright. It's like, you don't have any kind of numbing cream or something we can... Well, he sucks his thumb. I was like, yeah, you're right. He does suck his thumb. The baby's sucking his thumb again. And what do? He sucked the Band-Aid right off. That's his thumb that he sucks since he was a newborn. In his mother's stomach, the ultrasound, the baby was sucking his thumb. When Leon came out, he was sucking his thumb. Yep. He sucked his thumb since he was in her belly. And we thought he had stopped, but apparently when he gets upset or scared, it triggers something with him. And he started sucking his thumb again because he had quit sucking his thumb for so long. Now he's sucking his thumb. I'm like, oh. But it's a self-soothing mechanism. They self-soothe. You want your child to learn how to self-soothe. You know, we're not always going to be there for them. And they need to, like, take a deep breath, some form of meditation, some form of self-soothing to calm down and to think about what you're doing and what you need to do and how, instead of rushing and doing something bad. And when he's scared, he sucks his thumb. He had stopped sucking his thumb because it went to only at night. Then he stopped. He's like, what in the world? He's sucking his thumb. Mike's like, yeah, the doctor said he would because he got hurt. It's a way of him self-soothing. He goes, remember, he doesn't have a mom. I was like, he has a grandma. He goes, Mom, it's not the same. You know, he does not have a mom. I said, I know. I said, he has you. He goes, I know, but it's not the same thing. He doesn't have a mommy. Wanted to cry. It's like, well, it's not your fault or his that she left. I said, and you don't ever talk bad about her to him. He goes, I know. I said, he doesn't even remember who she is. She left when he was a baby. He has no clue of who she is. So, and he does call me Mama, which I have to keep saying to him, no, Grandma. No, not Grandma, Mima. He'll laugh. I said, if you want to call me Grandma, call me Grandma. I said, but I'm not your mom. I'm not Mama. I'm not Mommy. I'm not Mommy. I'm Grandma. I'm Mima. I'm Mimi. But I'm not Mama. And he'll say, Mama. I said, no. He does it to get you. I think he does it to get you because he'll laugh when he says it. He has a sense of humor. No. A sense of humor guy. Alright, here we go. We're going to take this pumpkin orange from Craft Outlet. Use it all fall. For 2 years I've been using this. And it is a pumpkin orange, not a regular orange. It's like a burnt orange. And it's from Craft Outlet. Not too dark. It's perfect. I'm going to actually go about 1 inch here. Because we're going to go smaller because we're only doing 4 ribbons. So that's about a little more than 1 inch. Yeah. It's got 4. When you squish these down, they're bigger than what they, you know, because as you go down, it's bigger. Yeah. 3.5 actually. Right there. Go 1, 2. is our last one. And yellow. All the tails are the same size. Go ahead and unravel this some. Twist. Grab them both sides. Really? Alright. Not good. Then pull out. Zip tie in. Open around. Up. I just don't want to fall on it. Stay away. Alright. Cutting hole. Piece of floral wire. Make sure you put it on something so it doesn't fly away. Mine likes to fly away. Alright. Pull this behind. So your zip tie goes. Don't do that. Pull it behind where the legs are. Alright. You can go in front of this. fluff it. Same thing to this side. Alright, before you tie that on, you have, it just wants me to just have an awful day today. It wants to tighten down on me, so I can't get it in there. Yeah, it doesn't like me today. There we go. I won't get it in there one way or another. I'm not cutting it off. You do want to get this in though, but you got to be very careful. Normally, I don't tighten it and it keeps tightening down on me, so now I gotta look inside it. There we go. Now once you put it on, you're going to tighten it and fluff it out again. Alright, so here we go. Okay, I'm going to go pull it through. Here we go. This goes on the other side. You gotta go around the actual bar, and if they're not one on each side of it, your boat falls off because you just tied it, but you didn't tie it on to anything. Right? You gotta tie it on. There we go. It's snowing again. Who said it's snowing again? What in the world? Never stops. I heard the north was getting slammed. There was 3 systems, one after the other, supposed to hit the north. It's awful. Okay. There you go. I was hoping Miss Beth can get on. She was so tired. She said there was a TV there, but she didn't have a remote. Feels sick and you can't change a TV watching the same thing over and over again. But she was supposed to get a room today so she can watch her TV shows. So that's all you got. Give her a remote. She can't get up and walk around. Pneumonia is awful. Awful, awful. But anyways, they were supposed to have given her one. She's so precious. I love Miss Beth. She's precious and sweet and always helps people. She's got a heart. She walks with the heart of Christ. Always loved. She really does. She helps a lot of people. She's a good woman. Alrighty. There we go. It's beautiful. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take, should I put it to the side? And watch me forget where I put it, because that's common. See if I want to take this. Yeah. I'm going to take the daffodils, since there's daffodils throughout all the wording on there. I do want to kind of move this down a little, because you don't want to cover up Love's horses. So this is going to go down just a smidge. Remember, it's wired. No big deal. Just got to move it down. Right. There we go. Much better. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Take the daffodil right here. There we go. Beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, we're done. Shut this off and give you a close-up of it. I'm going. Try not to fall asleep, but I already know I'm going to fall asleep, and Chris is going to wake me up at 11 o'clock to take that stupid saliva test, and it's going to drive me crazy. I know I can't stay up till 11. I'm just too darn tired. There we go. See how we made